So, hello, I'm here to talk to you about the Holistic Sound Practitioner course, which has been running with the Holistic College. I'm Neil Christie and I'm the founding director of the Holistic College, and I also provide the training for the Holistic Sound Practitioner course. I wrote this course 2 years ago and it's been in a development ever since. And we've had astounding results from our graduates who've gone through the process of discovering their own identity as a holistic sound practitioner. Now, what is a holistic sound practitioner? First of all, we're looking at what is the theory of holism. Holism is a theory of working with the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual self, as well as that whole balanced self, not only within the moment of healing, but also within the wider environment. So, also looking at the environment and having consideration of not just the environment and the person, but the whole way of life. And the reason why I created a holistic sound practitioner course was because during my experience of healing with sound, I found that people do tend to have experiences from all four of those areas of the holistic wheel of health. I've noticed that people have their physical experiences. So some people come into the pathway of sound healing or therapeutic sound because of a physical issue, and they find that sound gives them a balance and a relief or a management of their physical symptoms. Also, the spiritual aspect, which is where I'm primarily focused myself in my own practice, to consider the spiritual entrance there. So being able to journey with sound, connecting to the place within you that is the highest concept of existence. That is the spiritual aspect for me. Many people come into sound healing looking for a spiritual practice, looking for a spiritual connection with themselves, and they inevitably always find it. This is the second way into the sound healing with the holistic practice course. The third way of sound healing is working with emotions, working with those feelings that are just indescribable in life, emotions that have perhaps built up from a collection of different places, emotions that are perhaps surfacing and just need that extra tender, loving encouragement to process and just to be held. Emotional processing is a part of sound healing that is just so incredibly effective working with sound. And then the side of mental health. So the side effects of stress and anxiety are tension and are showing up in life in so many different ways. With sound, you're given the opportunity to become so present, so centered, and so grounded in the here and now that depressive thinking about the past and anxious thinking about the future is neutralized and calmed and balanced into that central position. Holistic sound practitioners use a variety of instruments. So you may be called to use singing bowls. You may certainly be called to use the gong. And my course is primarily taught using my collection of gongs. And if you've been to a Sound Revolution event, you'll see that collection is fairly incredible. I am honored to be the keeper of so many beautiful instruments. And I use my instruments, the gongs, the collection of gongs, the collection of singing bowls, antique and rare Himalayan singing bowls, as well as other instruments which I bring in for you to experiment with: crystal singing bowls, tuning forks, wind instrument, anything that creates sound. And I was recently asked, is sound the same as music? Am I healing with music? And my answer to that is in my experience, music is something that can be annotated and reproduced specifically. For example, music is notated in a very specific way so that the annotations can be repeated. Sound, however, is more of a mysterious counterpart. It has the ability to be perceived by each individual in a different way, and also the sound itself is something that is not reproduced or duplicated after its first expression. We delve more into that as we work intuitively with sound, intuitively with energy. We've come to learn that we ourselves are receivers and transmitters of energy within the room, and we experience that. We experience the knowing of that principle through the intense practical application of playing the gongs. Every module has at least 8 hours of supervised and practical experience of playing. There are 5 modules altogether to the Holistic Sound Practitioner course, and upon completion of module 5, you will gain accreditation with the Complementary Medical Association, and you're free to go out and start your private practice, whether that be individual practitioner or a group practitioner. So many people who've graduated from the Holistic College have told me how much of a life-changing experience training as a holistic sound practitioner has been. So it could be that you're thinking about taking on this practice from a love and curiosity of the healing qualities of sound. And if that's you, then this is absolutely for you. The experiences and the way the course is structured give you your opportunity for self-development, whether that's healing, whether that's growth, or whether it's personal development on any of the 4 aspects of the wheel of good health: spiritual health, physical health, emotional health, and mental health. The course is highly attuned towards trauma-informed practices. In fact, I teach from the very go the ways to ensure that anybody who is particularly sensitive to releasing traumatic experiences is looked after and cared for. In fact, the whole premise of this Holistic Sound Practitioner course came from my own experience of trauma and my own experience of using sound to heal myself through post-traumatic stress disorder. So we are trauma informed, and in fact we have an open way of expressing our needs with each other before each module of the course. I'm just going to have a look through the course syllabus here and talk to you about what actually happens. Each module has the expectation of half an hour a day of self-healing practice. So you're invited to self-heal with your own sound instruments. You're invited to self-heal with any kind of sound that you can source, which you find therapeutic. So that could be CDs or soundtracks from the internet. 30 minutes a day of your own personal healing, as well as 30 minutes of reflection on sound healing. So I'm asking everybody and really inviting everyone to engage deeply with sound. So reading literature, researching articles, or even reflecting and journaling on your own experience with sound. You get an introduction to the gongs and the tools to play them. You learn to play the gongs for yourself and to play them for one-to-one sessions. Included in the practices are also inductions into relaxation. So you will learn about 4 or 5 inductions into relaxation, including progressive muscle relaxation, breath work for relaxation, and also yoga nidras. Using these practices, I've learned to guide people into relaxation before the sound is delivered is essential. You'll also learn correct ways and practice ways of bringing people up out of the sound bath so that they're ready to fully engage with ordinary consciousness after the sound. Module 2, we learn various maps and pathways to work with going on the sound journey with people. We certainly work on the intuitive self and how to feel into what's needed, and also how to express any information that we've picked up for others or ourselves whilst we are playing. We learn journeying in pairs, and we also cover the requirements for case studies during Module 2. So the course currently requires a number of case studies to be produced for graduation. The purpose of the case studies is to give you the opportunity to use your sound practice in a relaxing way with others, so that you can also experience the effects of you as your healing practitioner. In Module 3, we also look further into neuroscience and sound, and how the various aspects of neuroscience and the hormonal changes with sound are so effective and so proven to work for good health. In fact, all kinds of mental health. We work with the autonomic nervous system. We learn how the 3 parts of the autonomic nervous system are regulated when sound is played. Also looking into the power of the voice. We look into opening up our voice with Module 3. Module 4 looks at inner resourcing. It also looks at applications of sound healing in trauma-informed specific places. We also look at abreaction, and we do some work on marketing and developing your own practice and looking at what your year of sound healing will look like when you go to deliver that in public. And the Module 5, we have work on affirmation and prayer. We also have mantra, some chat about mantras, and we work with some mantras that can be used whilst you're playing and whilst you're delivering sound to enhance and really work with the intentions of the groups or clients you're working with. We have also got moments to express yourself as sound. By the end of Module 5, you'll be ready to fully express yourself as sound. And I invite you all to create a piece of sound that you can use to express who you are as a sound healer during that. We also have a sound journey versus a sound bath, and I'll be looking into the intricacies of both and how they differ and how you can offer things. In order to complete the course, you should have 100% attendance to all 5 modules. Now, if you are having to miss a day or miss a whole module, in fact, I can offer you catch-up sessions so that we can cover the practical and theoretical work that you have missed. However, it is imperative that you study all 5 modules, whether that be in a flexible way or within the group. I also would like you to create an essay based on your findings and experiences that you've had during your case studies, a summary, if you like, of who you have begun to form your identity as in terms of a sound healer. And this is an incredible journey. The submissions that I've had for this essay so far have just been beautiful, creative works. And it also solidifies your identity and your direction as a sound healer. And after that, that's the 5-module course. There are further chances to engage with self-development with the Holistic College, and also further chances to express yourself as a sound healer with the Holistic College. The course is a beautiful opportunity to delve into sound, the effects of sound on yourself and on others. And it is absolutely, without a doubt, a life-changing experience, because to use sound as a modality to reach your highest health and your best holistic health is actually changing the way you live your life, allowing feel-good energy to flow effortlessly. We work also with those smaller parts of sound healing that aren't often covered by other sound healing courses. So the talking to relaxation. I use my experience as a clinical hypnotherapist to educate you on the best ways to engage with people in an induction into relaxation. Also, clearing, grounding, and protecting the space and holding space for sound healing is covered in depth within the course as well, giving everybody the opportunity to have experience of playing for one-to-one, playing for yourself, and playing for groups throughout the course. And this is an essential part, a core part of the Holistic Sound Practitioner course, is the practical experience that you get during the course and the supervised practical experience. So I'm there to show you and demonstrate playing techniques and playing strokes and also playing principles. And I'm also there to correct you when things are going wrong so that you are forming yourself into perfect confidence with your sound practice. Additionally to the course, you also receive an hour of private supervision with me for every module. So that's 5 hours in total of private supervision. Yes, it is a wonderful course. And if I could come and study it, I would go and do it again myself. In fact, I do get to do it every time we've got a group of people together. And the group numbers are small, keeping group numbers small so that I can give everybody their individual attention. If you'd like to learn more about the sound healing course or inquire about your route of study with the Holistic College, please send me a message, write me an email, and I'll certainly be able to get back in touch with you. We are looking at flexible options of study for all of our courses, as well as structured group facilitated trainings. So please do reach out and get in touch with me if you're interested in the sound healing course. I would love to hear from you and share with you our amazing practices with sound.